ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick Cavalli.
My name is Marques White.
And we welcome you
to the Wrevolution.
Yay, Smackdown.
I don't want
So, apologies for the fact that I was significantly shorter in the end of the Wednesday night video. We have found that these chairs have an adjustable height setting. And that's probably the most fun news that we're going to get out of today's breakdown of Smackdown.
Also, apologies for the late release of the Wednesday Night Wars. YouTube doesn't like us, apparently, and decided to process our video at 10% for like 24 hours. So
yeah, my internet's not anybody's friend, but it certainly is not a friend of YouTube's. Additionally, for the late release for this video, because we're busy human beings who have to pay bills, and
we both like money.
Like,
so.
I hate to break this to you, but all 19 subscribers out there, y'all ain't paying us, so
to kind of hold off talking about SmackDown just a little bit longer, let's touch on something from NXT, something we care about, and that's Mr. Tyler Breeze. He actually suffered an injury during the last episode of NXT. He suffered the injury doing the entrance, that pre-match attack, that kind of rehash spot. Yeah, he got injured there and worked the whole match.
Yeah, so good on Tyler Breeze to be able to work that whole match, but not just work it. He received an MVP vote.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to...
What the hell was that? Not the chair.
No.
We're getting slap happy up here, man. It's just, this is how bad we just don't want to talk about SmackDown.
I will literally do anything not to talk about SmackDown. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze!
Yeah, he wrestled the whole match injured, and good on you, good work.
Yeah, congratulations. Seriously, huge shout out to you, man. We hope you get better soon.
Yeah, all squeaky chair noises aside, best of luck in recovery.
And now we will touch on what was this horrible edition of Friday Night SmackDown live from San Jose, California. Looks like football teams aren't the only thing that are bad from Cali. Apparently SmackDowns are too. And
you know what? Let me just preface this. We started this 3.5-4 months ago. When we did the Hell in a Cell video, I was genuinely mad. I had raw emotion. I wanted to just hurt someone for what happened. Like, I was furious. I don't care anymore. I just don't. Like, you're not going to see me yell in the mic about main roster stuff. I don't care.
Yeah. You couldn't have told me a couple months ago that SmackDown was going to be worse than Raw. You couldn't have told me 2 weeks ago that SmackDown was going to be this much worse than Raw. I mean, even this week with the downgrade of Raw for those first 2 hours, and it's still going to end up being better than this week's episode of SmackDown.
Dog food.
I didn't think you could get worse than dog food. And you didn't. I mean, I'll give you that credit. You did not get worse than dog food, but you didn't get much better.
Especially considering you replayed.
Yeah, you rehash it, and we'll touch on that later on. But guys, we gotta do better here. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Like, you can't let this show keep getting this bad. It's not a lack of talent. It's really not. You have talented individuals on your show. It's just bad, lazy writing. It really is.
It's a lack of Paul Heyman.
Dude, I don't even know if it's that. I think it's just a lack of creativity anywhere in the main roster. I mean, even Paul Heyman on Raw, I go...
He pulls out some segments.
I mean, we get an hour to 2 hours every week of enjoyable Raw. I mean, and SmackDown can't even give us that. I'm lucky if I get 15 to 30 minutes of something that makes me smile, let alone feel an emotion on SmackDown. This SmackDown just bores me. I want to just fall asleep when I watch this show.
You know what this feels like? This feels like SmackDown from before the brand split. You didn't have to watch.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. You watched the highlights. Mm-hmm. Which is why you're here, watching us.
So, let's go ahead and talk about some of these things. So, this is what I mean when I talk about that 10 to 15 minutes. This is going to be included in that. So, The Miz and Morrison come on out to the ring, and they bring back the dirt sheet. So, shout out to all you 2008, 2009 wrestling fans. This segment's for you. I actually did enjoy this. I thought it was cool. Even though it's a rehash, it's a blast from the past. I like it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And these two have really good chemistry together. So it was funny. They did a parody trailer of the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie. So that was interesting.
Featuring the legendary WWE Hall of Fame snub, George Mizanin.
Yes, shout outs to you, Mr. Miz, who I love that they keep referencing the fact that Kofi Kingston is his favorite superstar. That's a throwback to when Miz was a heel. Mm-hmm. And even still, it's still true. That's funny to me. So, speaking of Kofi Kingston, out comes the New Day, and the segment just kind of goes downhill from there. New Day comes out, says that there's no way that Miz and Morrison can beat them. They go back and forth. Then out come the Usos, because Miz and Morrison said that they had beaten everybody. And then they're like, you've never beat us. That's never happened. And then you cue Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. But as their Robert Roode, Bob. But then, as the music is playing, Miz and Morrison attack the New Day. Usos slide in to try to help them out. And Miz and Morrison say, nah, we're good. And they get the hell out of Dodge. And this leads into the tag team match of, wait for it, Usos versus Robert Roode, Bob, and Dolph Ziggler. Yay? See, I thought we were gonna get this cool eight-man tag team match. You know, nope. New Day and Usos teaming together again.
Where's Teddy Long when you need him, man?
We gonna have an 8-man tag team match, player. Holla holla. Yeah, we didn't get that. No.
And the winner gonna go 2-on-1 with the Undertaker.
That's one of those things where I don't care what's scheduled for the night, just throw it together. Why not? I mean, no one cares. No one's really gonna miss seeing this Usos versus Roode and Ziggler match. No. Just give us the 8-man tag match. That's something you book on the fly. Why not? But nope, we didn't. This match was kind of lame. These four men don't exactly have the best chemistry in the ring. Usos win with the Uso Splash. And then we go to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross backstage in the locker rooms, talking about how Alexa is in the Fatal 4-Way match at the end of the night. Winner of that match becomes #1 contender. And Alexa says that she has something twisted up her sleeve for the Fatal 4-Way. Yikers. And then,
Zoink Scoop.
Yes, because you did it again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one thing to have an entire episode of SmackDown based around dog food. It's an entirely different thing to then the very next week of SmackDown spend the entire episode, including an entire 2-minute segment of your show, showing us highlights of said dog food segment. This is exactly what you did. As I saw these highlights flash across my TV screen, I just wanted to hurt somebody. I just wanted anyone, the production man, whoever was in charge of this segment, I just wanted to push them down a flight of stairs.
Jesus Christ.
And ladies and gentlemen, your king, Baron Corbin, fulfilled my fantasy. Because as soon as it's over, Baron Corbin does just that. He marches out to the production truck, barges in. Who's responsible for this? Who did it? Guy goes, was me, sir. It was me. Grabs him and tosses him down a flight of stairs like he deserves. So, good on you, Corbin. Favorite segment of the match, MVP. I don't care. MVP.
I didn't realize you had such murderous tendencies.
Dog food.
You're in fight mode.
Yes, but no, seriously, this made me happy. I know that guy probably wasn't the guy that was responsible because it's Kevin Dunn. But since we can't throw Kevin Dunn down a flight of stairs, I'll take the random fake assistant guy for the win. So.
You can't throw Kevin Dunn down a flight of stairs because his giant freaking teeth would get caught on the first step and he'd break his jaw open. For those of you who don't know who Kevin Dunn is, go look at a picture. It's terrifying.
If you can find one of the 2 pictures of him on the internet, because he's notoriously hard to find. He never shows his face ever.
It is terrifying.
Yeah, he's got them big beaver teeth. So, yes, I enjoyed this segment very much. It made me happy. And then we get Elias.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
He comes down to the ring. Excuse me, he's already in the ring.
Of course.
And plays his guitar. Everyone's clapping along. Says, I wrote a song called Third Time's the Charm. As soon as he starts to play it, yet again, he's interrupted by Cesaro and Sami Zayn, who comes out. He's got a microphone, says, doesn't feel good to be interrupted, does it? Does it? How's it feel, huh? Feel bad? Get it? Because it's payback for last week with the interruptions. It's a callback. Yay. Continuity, at least, I guess.
Isn't it funny how we talk about story continuity and its importance in AEW or NXT, and here I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, because these are storylines that just need to die. But yeah, Elias goes, Sammy, what are you talking about? Have you not been watching me for the past 2.5 years? It's a miracle if I don't get interrupted. Sammy goes, that doesn't matter. I don't care if you get interrupted. I care if you interrupt me, especially when I'm talking about the injustice that happened to Shinsuke Nakamura. And even worse, you tried to mock me. You tried to make a mockery of what was happening and make a mockery out of me. So now you're going to get what you deserve. So it is Elias versus Cesaro. And I feel so bad for Cesaro just being lumped into this garbage storyline. Just doing absolutely nothing. Why didn't you just put Cesaro and Sheamus back together? One of the hottest tag teams in your company. In a tag team division that doesn't exist anymore, essentially. Why are they not together?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Is this hard? I don't get it. What is so difficult about this?
It's like 2K Universe mode. You go and you download a couple superstars and you make a tag team, and it's I don't know, seriously, you have the Miz in 2K, and we downloaded John Morrison. Okay, before that even happened in WWE, you could very easily go, oh wow, Miz and Morrison.
Yeah.
They're perfect. A perfect match. They've worked well together in the past. WWE's oh, we have all this talent. We're just going to do whatever we want because we're WWE and we have tons of money and we have stocks and shareholders. And how are your shareholders happy? You are such a bad product.
As long as they make money, they don't care. And the casuals, unfortunately, they're still going spend the money and pay for everything. I mean, I guess we can't say much, right? I mean, I can't speak. I mean, I just went and bought shirts from WWE.com. To be fair, it's supporting NXT, which is your only good product, but still, I mean, I guess that makes me part of the problem. But
yeah, it makes both of us part of the problem. Which is really depressing.
Yikes. So does that mean this whole thing is just irrelevant?
We are the problem.
Man, cut the camera off. No, I'm kidding. So, yes, getting back to the match. Elias wins with an elbow drop. Some payback, right? Really does a lot for Cesaro, really does a lot for Sami Zayn, right?
And it really does a lot for Elias, too.
Yep. But, luckily, your king, Baron Corbin, comes out. At this point, I'm all ears, my eyes are wide open, because this man just threw the dog food guy down a flight of stairs. So I'm ready, man. I'm like, what you gonna do next, bud? I can't wait. So Corbin
liege.
So Corbin comes out. He mocks the crowd, says that Roman should have lost like the 49ers lost to his Chiefs. Man, I already didn't like the Chiefs, but now it's just another reason to not like them. They're
You know what's really funny, though? Isn't he from St. Louis?
He is.
Wouldn't that make his team the Rams? Oh, wait.
Yep.
Come on, Corbin. You
Yikers.
know better than that.
Yikers. He says that Roman can't do anything without the Usos, and he demands another match against Roman Reigns. Because he's the king, he's gonna halt the show until it happens, because he can do that apparently. So am I the only one? So I don't know if you remember this or if you even saw this, but like many years ago when William Regal was still an active competitor, when he was on Raw and he was the king and general manager of Monday Night Raw, this whole segment was kind of a throwback to that. I mean, he barged into the production room and yelled at whoever was in charge then. He was halting the show for matches. So this was kind of like a throwback to the days of old with the King of the Ring. So I kind of enjoyed what Baron Corbin was doing tonight. He then walks up to a fan. He's like talking crap to the crowd. Walks up to a fan, grabs a drink, and then pours it on him. And that crosses the line. So that's when the big dog, Roman Reigns, Roman comes out to save the day. Superman punch. And then that fan that just got the drink poured all over him, he hands Roman another drink and then pours it on Baron Corbin. They fight for a little bit, drive-by kick, and then Corbin escapes into the crowd. Roman grabs a microphone, calls him a coward, and then agrees to the match. And he says, I'm glad you want it to be one-on-one because it's going to be a steel cage match. And then that's it. Roman gets out the ring, starts dapping up fans, daps up the fan that got the drink poured on him, and that ends the segment. So this I got out of this what I needed. It was short, it was sweet. I enjoyed Baron Corbin. You know, classic face comes out, gets the best of the heel. Didn't annoy me. It didn't insult me. I enjoyed it. It was cool.
And then we go and throw things live to his home in Texas with WWE Hall of Famer
Live via satellite.
Goldberg.
Yes.
And
Bill.
Who's next?
Yes, so Bill says that he wants the Universal Championship.
I'd like another run with the Universal title, and I'll do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Do you, Bill? You want another Universal Championship? Because it went so well the first time.
But then we get an interruption from the Firefly Funhouse Breaking News Net.
And the breaking news is that The Fiend accepts Bill's challenge.
The Fiend? Bray Wyatt? You're next!
Yeah, Bill didn't really buy into Bray Wyatt's tricks here at all. He's just like, nah, man, that's not going to work on me.
Let me in.
You're next. So, that ends that segment.
Yep.
Short and sweet. We're getting The Fiend versus Bill at a Super Showdown for the Universal Championship. Please, because I just had it flash across my mind, please do not put Bill over. Don't. I know how much WWE likes to just pull random crap out of their behind. Please don't put Goldberg over.
Think about it. Goldberg wins, and then we get Taker Goldberg 2 at WrestleMania.
Oh, goodness.
For the title. Actually, so reports are swirling that we may actually be getting Taker staying at Mania 36.
Well,
which, yes, please. So, yeah, I really don't want the angle with Goldberg. I don't care. I want the Fiend to win, but take her Sting, please.
All I know is, so if Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker, and then Goldberg beat Brock, does that mean that if Bray Wyatt beats Goldberg, that he's better than The Undertaker?
That he
Brock Lesnar?
That he finally beat The Undertaker?
Yeah. That means by proxy.
Yeah, but didn't The Undertaker beat Goldberg?
Yeah. Does that break the cycle then? I mean, Brock beat Goldberg too.
This is too much to compute. I worked way too much today.
So then next we get Daniel Bryan in the locker room with Mr. He's Got Kids, Heath Slater.
The one-man band.
And he says that he's worried about Daniel. And then proceeds to kind of mock him without really trying.
Yeah.
He goes on, he's talking about how, Daniel Bryan accepting that match with the Fiend was stupid, and then making it a strap match was even dumber. And he says, well, man, I wouldn't have got beat down like that. It just kind of goes on, piling it on Daniel Bryan, who's getting more and more visibly frustrated. And then finally he goes, you know what, Heath? Here's what we're going to do. It's going to be you and me in a match right now. Come on, let's go. And he's just like, okay. And this goes about as well as you think.
Daniel Bryan snaps.
Yeah, this goes about as well as you think, as Daniel Bryan not only squashes Heath Slater, but goes to town.
Yeah, he squashed his head into the mat.
Yeah, repeated kicks to the face, stomping, driving his head into the mat. Then we get the LaBelle lock, and Heath Slater passes out. Daniel Bryan wins.
Do you think that Daniel Bryan is the first person to let him in?
Maybe. I mean, it would complete the circle, right? I mean, of the whole Daniel Bryan joining the Wyatt family back in the day, then through all of the crap that's happened this past year, I mean, that would just be great. I mean, you had Michael Cole talking about, how fighting the Fiend changes people. You're seeing it in Daniel Bryan. I mean, yeah, that'd be great. I mean, that'd be amazing.
Until he comes out with, like, a mini Fiend mask on.
Oh, because they do it, too. And they would.
Yeah, it's going to be a stable. They're all going to wear the mask.
Oh,
Sister Abigail,
I don't want to see
Mandible
that.
Claw choke slam.
No, you know what would happen? They would all dress up as characters from the Firefly Funhouse. So Daniel Bryan's going to come out as like Rambling Rabbit.
You know what They're going to all dress up as former iterations of Bray Wyatt.
Of Bray Wyatt. So who is Daniel Bryan going to be?
Daniel Bryan is going to be the one with the the tropical shirt, and, like the straw. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
Straw hat and all that?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see who gets to be Husky Harris.
Husky Harris. Should be Baron Corbin.
Yikes. So next we get a interview with Braun Strowman via Renee Young. And Braun says that he's done a lot in his career, but winning this championship is the sweetest. He says he even won the tag team championship with an 8-year-old. Shout out to Nicholas. But then Shinsuke interrupts with Sami Zayn. And they say Shinsuke wants a rematch because apparently there were shenanigans in the match last week, which there wasn't. Not at all. So, the hell are you talking about, Sammy? But, yeah, they want a rematch. Braun, of course, accepts, says that I'll defend this title anytime, anywhere. And Sammy goes, oh, that's good, but it's not going to happen tonight. And then the Revival attacks from behind. And then they all kind of attack Braun Strowman, but then Braun, being the massive human that he is, fights out of it. Gives chase to Sami Zayn around the ring, but then Shinsuke catches him with a knee. Follows it up with the Kinshasa. And that's the segment.
Hey, you buried the Revival. It's almost like they announced they're not coming back.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah.
Is it believable Braun Strowman fighting off 4 men at once? Sure.
Yeah. I mean, this is the man that they kayfabe had, like, lifting ambulances and stuff like that, so...
Was garbage compacted and like a week later showed up on Raw unscathed. Was in a massive car accident.
And then like, just kind of walked out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
But
I miss those times with Braun Strowman.
Rip the Revival.
Throw back to those days when like Raw was like can't miss because you were just like, what is Strowman gonna do next?
Yeah.
I miss those
Remember
days.
when Strowman when he won the Universal Championship?
Oh wait.
We didn't pull the plug on that.
Remember when he beat Brock Lesnar? Oh, that's right, he didn't.
Or when he beat Roman Reigns.
Oh wait, that's right, he didn't.
Or when he beat Brock Lesnar again.
Oh, wait, no, I don't think that happened. You catching a theme here, WWE? And then now you want to put the singles title on him. Way too late. Way too late. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm happy for Strowman. It's about damn time, but this is what happens, man. Like, you have someone that's this hot and you just don't pull the trigger at the right time. You wait, and at that point, no one cares anymore.
I mean, I'm happy for the guy.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely happy for him. I mean, hopefully he does something, but I can already tell he's not because you're putting him in storylines against this Sami Zayn stable that just needs to not be a thing. You know what this is? This is like the team of misfits, like
the social outcasts.
It's like just
the League of Nations.
Yeah, this is what happens when WWE has a bunch of guys that they just have no idea what to do with them, so they just throw them in a tag team and go, yeah, you guys do something for a couple months. That'll keep you occupied because we have no creativity whatsoever. So when that happens, we put random people in stables and say, make it work.
Yep.
And if it doesn't work, your job's on the line. Because that's normally followed with a, we wish you well in your future endeavors. So,
hey, 90 days after that, you can go prove that you were actually not the problem.
There you go. So,
WWE won't be giving walking papers to too many people, I'll tell you that.
Well, to be fair, I mean, if they were, I hope they give one to every last person in this stable. Because I'd love to see them all end up in like an AEW or even in anywhere else. Because they all deserve better than what's happening to them right now. Every last one of them.
Shinsuke Omega.
Yeah.
Shinsuke, all of the knee strikes.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you're going... Honestly, it couldn't happen to any better people. Like, please. Honestly, I want this stable to just be as bad as possible so that happens.
See, here's the problem. I love the idea of those guys all being somewhere else. But Cesaro is not well known for his work on the indies, so his name wouldn't catch on quickly. Shinsuke would be fine, and then we would have the return of El Generico. That's what I'm worried about.
I'm sure he would change his name to something else.
Samuel Generico.
I don't know. He'd do something. I mean, he'd think of something. I wouldn't... Even if he does become El Generico, I don't know, man. Just anything's better than what's happening right now.
I would so much rather have Sami Zayn be the Sami Zayn he is now than tune in on Wednesday nights to watch El Generico.
I don't know, man. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see that again.
Oh, man.
So then we get the most important segment of the night. Because we're talking about Otis getting ready for his date on Valentine's Day.
Oh boy, Otis.
He's preparing for his date with a training montage. So this was like cringy. Like, but like in a funny way. Like, it was cringy funny. Like, it made me like go, oh, this is bad, but it was so bad that it got a laugh out of me. What's wrong with me, Nick?
I don't know, man. Oh, and, Valentine's Day is a week away from Smackdown. So, happy Singles Awareness Day from the two hottest guys in the market.
Yay. So, speaking of people that have nothing to do, Sheamus.
Was that a shot at me or Otis? Yes.
It was more a shot at just this whole group of people on SmackDown.
Okay.
But, yeah, Sheamus.
Versus Apollo Crews?
Apollo still employed? I honestly, dude,
Another guy I'd love to see go to the Indies.
Dude, you spent so many weeks in catering, bro. Like, I didn't even know you were still employed. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I mean, I thought he had been handing his walking papers a long time ago.
The funny thing is I like Apollo.
I do like Apollo.
I like him a lot.
I just... Welcome back, I guess?
I'm Apollo Crews.
And, I'm gonna give you a recap of this match. Bro kick, 1, 2, 3.
Short jokes.
Yep. Yeah, because Shorty Gable comes out.
Shorty G.
Shorty G.
God.
Excuse me.
I dubbed thee.
And then Sheamus hits it with a bro kick.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Yep.
What is SmackDown?
That is now the second squash match. It's only the third match of the night. And the other one was a really bad tag team match with no chemistry in the ring. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing really good. Now we have a fatal four-way is the main event.
This show sucks, dude. So,
I would rather be sitting here reviewing a weekly show of Ring of Honor.
Yikes.
Or, I don't know, doing a 4-hour intensive recap of day 1 and 2 of Wrestle Kingdom.
And it's gotta be... I'm sorry, I apologize to our viewers because I know we're coming out here and we're being Mr. Negative Nancy's, both of us, but this just is not good. And it's hard to be excited and genuinely enthusiastic about reviewing absolute trash every Friday night. I mean, at least SmackDown, Raw, I can go, an hour to 2 hours, something decent. And then that actually makes me angry because I go, why don't you just give me 3 hours of good content? But then SmackDown, it's just like, where did you go?
Yeah, so look, wrestling for the two of us has always been a way to enjoy things and escape the world for a couple of hours, and that's the love that drove this. But you know what would be happening right now if we weren't doing this? We wouldn't be watching SmackDown for the next probably 3 months.
Yeah.
We'd say, hey,
If
you can work Friday night now, which we do anyways, and I'll see you in a couple months.
You say 3 months, if even, I probably just wouldn't be watching SmackDown.
Till the next draft.
Yeah. And then I'd tune in and go, maybe it's good. And then when I realize it's not, inevitably, I'd stop watching again.
So look, the reason that you're not seeing any emotion here is because there's none to give.
There
is none to give. Like, this is so genuinely bad. There's a difference between me disagreeing with a booking decision or something and me just looking at a show and going, who booked this? A 5-year-old?
Yeah.
Was this what you threw into the 2K universe generator and was like, oh, well, that's our card for the night?
Yeah, after the Wednesday Night War review, like, me and Nick looked at each other because there was such emotion that was driven out of us from that last segment that Nick literally said, dude, I'm like almost in tears.
I literally was wiping tears away from my face talking about how much wrestling meant and how impactful that segment with Cody and MJF was. And then we go to
dog food.
This is everything that's wrong with wrestling.
Yes.
And that's like when I sit here and say that I'd rather like do an intensive dive into Wrestle Kingdom, that's not a shot at Wrestle Kingdom. That's a shot at SmackDown.
I'm going to be real with you. Is it too bad to say that, or too much to say that SmackDown is the worst wrestling show today? Out of every show currently, it is the worst thing on television right now for wrestling.
Out of the 4 main ones, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I think I'd rather watch Impact and do an Impact review every week than watch SmackDown. Because at least I could laugh at how ridiculous it is. I mean, Impact is putting effort into what you're seeing every week because they're on the chopping block.
Tessa Blanchard, and I see all the Tommy Dreamer highlights.
Yeah, at least they're throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks because they're on they risk losing their show every week. So
yeah.
I think I'd rather watch that than watch SmackDown at this point.
I think I'd just rather go to some dude's backyard in the middle of Lord knows where with a ring that's not even elevated off the ground and watch them just DDT each other into the lawn.
Oh, instead of recording a SmackDown review every Friday night or whenever our SmackDown reviews go up, we'll just film me and Nick practicing wrestling moves. There you go.
It'll be two gigantic men wrestling shirtless in the snow.
Yep. So I think that'd be more entertaining than us talking about SmackDown.
I think that would be more entertaining for us. Not just the viewers, because Lord knows that would be entertaining for them. I think that would be more entertaining for us to have, like, freezer burns on our back from the snow and just... That's how bad this is. I'm literally to the point where I would rather go outside right now, take off all of my clothing, and dive into the snow and let somebody bury me.
Yep.
Not like a death thing. I don't want to die. Let me make that clear.
He means like bury and like.
I want to be frozen.
Well, yeah, that too.
But yeah, that too.
Well, now that we're done ripping on all of SmackDown, we have one more match to get through, and then our pain and suffering is over. So, because we didn't talk about SmackDown last week, that means you guys didn't get to hear what I had to say about Naomi. Because Naomi's back. I'm happy. And her entrance now features a disco ball on her head. Okay. Cool. So, this is Fatal 4-Way match. Number 1 contendership. It's going to be Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Dana Brooke versus Carmella. How I get the first two. How did the last two?
You know, I maybe even can be convinced of Carmella.
Just well, at least she won
her history.
Yeah. Dana Brooke.
Like I'm dating Dave Bautista, therefore I get match.
Was Lacey Evans not available?
Isn't she on Raw? No, she's on SmackDown.
She's on SmackDown. Was Lacey just unavailable for the match?
That's what happens when you have bratty little kids, right?
Yeah. So
Teamwork at its finest.
So I mentioned that Dana and Carmella are in this match, but it's basically just Naomi versus Alexa for the majority of the match,
which was fine with me.
Yeah, and it was a good match. Like for those two, it was a good match. They have pretty good chemistry. Mm-hmm. Naomi is always phenomenal. Alexa has definitely improved significantly in the ring, and I'm glad to see her working more and more every week. Yeah, Dana contributed nothing to this match, and the only thing Carmella contributed was the finish. We'll get into that, but at one point in this match, Naomi and Bayley, who's sitting ringside, not on commentary, just kind of chilling, observing, her and Naomi get into it, and then they start throwing hands, and Bayley gets the best of her and throws her into the staircase. We then get the closing moments of this match. Alexa Bliss goes for a twisted bliss. It's countered by Naomi, who then hits the rear view. And then Carmella catches her with two big super kicks for the 1, 2, 3. Carmella, of all women, Carmella is going on a Super Showdown to fight Bayley, who immediately attacks her after. And that's the show. So Carmella.
Can I quit yet?
Like, you have Naomi, a returning Naomi, who got huge reactions every time she's come out to the ring. You have Alexa Bliss,
who everybody loves.
And I'm not going to mention Dana Brooke. Carmella.
I mean, at least with Dana Brooke, you could have, I don't know,
pushed somebody?
Yeah, somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
Done the whole Batista bomb angle. She's been training with her new boyfriend.
Oh my god, creativity.
That's not allowed.
No. And Maybe, I don't know if I took more from that Alexa Bliss comment earlier in the night than I should have, but when she was like, oh, I've got something twisted under my sleeve, I thought like maybe she was going to have a plan, maybe Nikki Cross would interfere, something. I don't know.
Use of weapons.
Yes, something. Maybe she'd like, do that double joint thing she does where she catches the referee off guard as a distraction. Anything. Nope. Just a regular old match. So that was just a cheap pun on your finishing move.
Yeah.
So what was the point of that segment? There wasn't. Like 99% of the things on the show. The point of
that segment was it took time up.
Yep. Yes. And now we have to watch Bayley versus Carmella at Super Showdown. That's going to be such a bad pay-per-view. It is going to be so bad. I don't want to watch that pay-per-view.
You know what makes it extra fun?
What?
It is the day before Smackdown. And then the day after that is Wrevolution.
So we have to suffer through 2 bad days of wrestling before we get to one hell of a night.
Possibly one of the best nights in wrestling history.
Yeah, so that kind of makes it worth it.
Can we just get this over with?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about any more SmackDown.
Who was your match of the night?
Baron Corbin versus random production guy. That is my match of the night.
Honestly? Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to fight you on that. I don't even care. I'm going to go with the women's match, I guess, because it lasted more than 35 seconds, and there was a semblance of ring chemistry.
All right.
MVP?
Baron Corbin.
Daniel Bryan? I guess. Showing that, I mean, you could say the Fiend because it is the Fiend's fault that Bryan's changed, but, showing the change in form, whatever. Look, I don't care. I don't care. SmackDown, you are bad.
Yeah.
You are genuinely bad.
Bollocks.
Like, when I say that I would rather go watch, like, some backyard wrestling thing, I'm not kidding.
Man, we've come such a long way from the days of me as a kid tuning in every week for SmackDown, just excited. I would get angry when I'd miss an episode of SmackDown.
Yep.
Like, my mom would, like, drag me to go to some random thing on a Friday night. And the whole time I'm just thinking, am I going to get back in time for SmackDown? Am I going to miss it? If I look at my clock and I'm missing SmackDown, I'd start getting upset and throw a tantrum. Like,
yep.
I miss those days.
I remember going to a high school playoff football game on a Saturday night and talking to my dad and going, well, what time is it going to be over at? Or Friday night, Saturday night. And being like, well, what time is it going to be over at? And he's like, dude, it starts at 7. I'm like, I'm going to miss SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, I was genuinely upset. Granted, that week of SmackDown wasn't all that good. You know what? This makes me so upset because even like when it was the house that AJ Styles built, SmackDown Live on Tuesdays, like I cared.
Hell, even when we first started this, SmackDown was still not this bad.
I know.
It was actually like we were like, I wonder
Maybe
which.
it's Fox's fault.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know who to blame right now.
You know who to blame?
Who?
Us for starting a podcast in the middle of literally the worst year SmackDown has ever seen.
I'll be real with you guys. Me and Nick are gonna have a serious talk because if SmackDown keeps pumping out the trash week in and week out, we may have to make a change here.
Yeah, it'll be a footnote on Raw. Hey guys, we watched SmackDown. These were a match of the night. This was our MVP, and the show was garbage.
I might even recommend. I mean, we might replace it with NXT UK. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we might have to make a change here.
Oh, did you? Are you serious?
If it's better than SmackDown, then yeah, I would totally watch that over what we've been
we don't
getting.
get the El Rey Network. We could watch AAA.
Triple A.
Triple A.
Yeah, so We're gonna have a serious talk if SmackDown continues to be this bad, because
Especially
it's
SmackDown's on Fridays when we're busy.
It's like I'm gonna be real. If it's not entertaining for us, then it shows, and it's not entertaining for you guys. I mean, I'm trying to be as entertaining as I can be,
I'm just
but
not.
It's just not good.
Like, I love you guys and everything. I don't care.
Yeah, it's
don't
not
care.
good. So.
I don't want to care anymore about SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown's just not good. So we're gonna.
You know what? Here you go. I'd rather review 205 Live.
No, I'm not that point.
I am.
Nope. You couldn't pay me to review 205 Live, because I think 205 Live is just SmackDown, but with cruiserweights.
It's SmackDown, but flippy stuff.
Yeah. So
Which is why I'd review it.
So let's be done here. I don't want to waste any more time on this horrible show. So social media links in the description below. Remember to like, favorite, hit that notification bell. And
are we done now?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have to do the outro? Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us live from studios. Thank you guys for joining us live from Studio 6 in Sterling Heights. My name is Nick Cavalli.
My name is Marques.
And we invite you, as always, to join the revolution. Have a good one.